Hey y'all, today we're going to be making a double raisin bread pudding out of my cookbook, guaranteed to make New Orleans jealous. Let me tell you what I've got going so far. I'm using Canyon Bakehouse gluten-free cinnamon raisin bread. Y'all, this stuff is divine. That's what I'm using, and I have, my recipe calls for 6 slices of bread cut up, but I used 8, and they're about this big, about the size of croutons. And you can leave the edges on because that just gives it extra flavor. So since this is a double raisin, I've got a 1/4 cup of raisins, and you can use just your favorite if you want to use the dark ones or the golden ones. And if your raisins are all swiveled up, you can kind of reconstitute them by putting them in some warm water. If you really want to make them very wonderful, put them in some rum and they'll soak all that up, because we are going to make a spirited sauce. But these are just out of the box. And I have 2 eggs that I'm just gonna lightly beat around here. Okay, and to this I have a 1/4 cup of just regular sugar and 2 cups of sweet milk. Here in the South, that's what we call whole milk. And I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons of some of our good old homemade vanilla. And so there's 1, and there's 2. Okay, now in equal parts, 1/4 teaspoon, I have ground nutmeg, ground cinnamon, and salt. And in that goes, get a bit of that. Now I've got my oven preheated to 350. And if you're using a glass, clear glass, you know, you would heat it to about 325. So I'm gonna get this mixed up real well. There we go. Now I'm just going to pour this concoction over top of our bread and our raisins. And you can let this sit out for a little while. You know, you can preheat your oven while this is kind of hanging out if you want to do that. But it does need to sit for just a little while and kind of let all those flavors kind of get together. Get to know it, everybody. So I'm just going to give her a smasheroo, get everybody down in there. Okay, I'm going to let this sit here, and I'm going to make sure my oven is heated up, and I'll see you when it comes out, and we're going to make that delicious sauce that's going to go on top of it, make it extra, 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 extra good. Let's put together this delicious spirited sauce. I have in my saucepan 1.25 cups of powdered sugar, and I'm going to add in 6 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to add in 1 egg that I have beaten. And in it goes. Now here comes the good stuff, y'all. I have 1/4 cup of rum. You can use rum, you can use light or golden rum, you can use your favorite bourbon, you can use brandy, or you could use apple juice if the alcohol is a concern to you. But you know, the alcohol is going to cook out, not all of it, but a lot of it will. So I'm just going to bring this to not a hard boil, but I'm just going to get it good and hot, and I'm going to let it cook for about 3 minutes while I stir it completely. No, you don't have to stand there and watch me do that. But I'll get back together with y'all whenever this is ready to put on our delicious bread pudding. I wish you could smell my house. It smells wonderful. So I'll see y'all back when this is ready to sample. It is just starting to bubble a little bit, so I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes. And I was going to tell you something. I've not tried this, but I think if you want to use apple juice, use 1/4 cup of apple juice. But if you still wanted that rum flavoring, whenever this is completely done, you take it off of the fire, I would start adding the rum extract, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon at a time, and taste it in between each time, and just see whenever it gets to the level that you like. Okay, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit more. These rascals always get a little too hot for my liking, so I will see y'all back when this is ready to sample. We are getting ready to dig in to this double raisin bread pudding. And I could not be more excited. This is going to be delicious and delightful. There, perfect. Custard is cooked perfectly through. And I'm going to show you this little bowl. Now this is how much the topping made. So I put it in this little bowl. I'm going to store it in something else because I just wanted to show you how much it made. And I'm just going to take just a little bit because you don't use a whole lot. You know, we're just going to drizzle a little bit over top of it. Now this actually freezes really well. This does. You can wrap this up very tightly and put it in your freezer and bring it out and then just make the sauce whenever you're ready to serve it. Look at that. Oh boy. Let's just get us a bite of this right here and see what we think. You know, I cannot tell you how delicious this is. This is perfect. I didn't have to pack my bags and drive all the way down to New Orleans either. This is wonderful. I'm going to tell you that for the month of April, if you go to their website, canyonglutenfree.com, and I put all the tags and everything in the link so you can just click on it, and you order from their website, you can get 20% off of everything. Now is the time to stock up on your sandwich bread, your brioche buns, your hamburger buns, this delicious cinnamon raisin bread, which is wonderful. It made its toast with some butter slathered on it. So I put all the links on there and everything, and this is, y'all are going to love it. My husband that can eat anything loves this too. I'll see y'all next time, and y'all go do something fun. Bye, y'all.